Hello, BookTube. I've got a very small mail haul for you today. Just one periodical and one package, and nothing much. The day's second mail delivery has not arrived, and I'm expecting two things in that delivery. Be perfectly happy to be surprised with more than that. But it's a beautiful, beautiful Tuesday. Not a cloud in the sky. The wind was more persistent than I predicted, but it is dying down. And the minute it dies down completely, it's keeping everything cool. And the minute it dies down completely, the temperatures are just going to start going straight up till it's genuinely warm this weekend. We're looking at genuine warmth. That's going to be great. That's going to be fantastic. But the periodical we got was New York Review of Books, and boy oh boy, they know what they're doing on the front cover here. Look at that. Ruth Franklin, Laura Miller, the great Brenda Wineapple. Just fantastic lineup. I looked at the table of contents. It's mostly books that I was not impressed with, but maybe I will be. That's the great thing about great write-ups. You get a great lineup of people, then maybe an estimation of a book will go up. There was one in here. There was one book that I remember I read it and didn't quite know what to make of it, and thought it might be much better than my initial impression said. Where was it here? The Interrogation Rooms of the Korean War by Monica Kim, which I think we saw on this channel. It'll be very refreshing to read that again and see. I'll have to check and see if I have the book still. I probably don't. But it'd be very good to see how that works. That's E. Tammy Kim is the reviewer for that book. But then we have one package, which has a little weight to it. So it might be a finished copy, which would be good. I have a little bit of help from my friend Sam. We arranged the review copies shelves, and I've been going through them. You know, moving the books to the right shelves, month, release date, is only the first part. Then you have to organize each shelf according to the day, the week, the day release, and also go through them, right? I won't go through any of the others, but the May shelf, I have yet to just stand there and go through it and say, okay, let's pull out the doubles here. Let's pull out the stuff that obviously has to go to somebody else. And also, let's pull out the stuff that realistically am not going to review. Theoretically, it'd be great to review every book that you get. What's the matter, baby? You want to come down here? You want some sweet? Oh, there you go. There you go. Oh, it just collapsed against me. We had a very, very long walk today. And yet, she still didn't want to give up. She still wanted it to keep going. And this is what she gets. This is how she gets when we get back from a walk like that. She's just a noodle of total exhaustion. I always try to tell her when we're out and about. I always try to say, well, if we go, up that extra hill or through that extra meadow, you're going to be that much more tired when we get back. But there's no telling. But anyway, what is the book? Oh, well, I was wrong. No, this is an advance copy for September. It's a long way off. This is by Yi-Yum Lee, and it is the Book of Goose. A simple but a fairly good American cover. What I wouldn't give if the finished copy cover were just this. Nothing else. No logos, no indicia of any kind, just this. Put all the rest of the junk that comes on a U.S. cover. Do I have an example? Well, no, not right with me, but that's all right. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Just this for the cover. Put everything else on the spine or the back and just leave it this way. Wouldn't that be great? So I don't have a sheet for this thing. We'll just read from the book from September, so I don't need to worry about it anytime soon. This is, let's see here, a propulsive, gripping new novel about fate, art, exploitation, and intimacy by the award-winning author of Where Reasons End. Did any of you read Where Reasons End? Yi-Yun Lee. So let's see here. Fabienne is dead. Her childhood best friend Agnes received the news in America, far from the French countryside where the two girls were raised. The place where Fabienne helped Agnes escape 10 years ago. Now Agnes is free to tell her story. As children in a war-ravaged backwater town, they built a private world, invisible to everyone but themselves, until Fabienne hatched the plan that would change everything, launching Agnes in an epic trajectory through fame, fortune, and terrible loss. A magnificent, beguiling tale winding from the post-war rural provinces of Paris, or to Paris, from an English boarding school to the quiet Pennsylvania home where Agnes can live without her past. The Book of Goose is a story of disturbing intimacy and obsession, of exploitation and strength of will. Okay, I could swear I know this author. I don't. Where Reasons End doesn't ring a bell with me at all. It's a dumb title, but I would still I'd like to think that I would remember it. What else has this author written that I might have known? She teaches at Princeton and lives in Princeton, New Jersey. She's featured in the New Yorker's 20 Under 40 issue. But she wrote something that oh, okay, all right. She wrote a memoir called Dear Friend, From My Life I Write to You in Your Life. I read that. Okay, that's how I know this author. So I'm looking at the rest of the titles, The Vagrants, Gold Boy, Emerald Girl, and I don't recognize them. There's a chance that I've never read this author's fiction before. So, come September, I will rectify that fact. But that is the only book, a novel, that doesn't come out for the whole of the summer. The whole of the summer lies between now and when we will see this, and we'll see the finished copy of this. So that's it. A rather brief and uneventful mail haul, but they can't all be barn burners, right? So I'll wrap this up, and I'll be back. Thank you, BookTube.